pirates! Greetings, fellow humans. I know it's been a while for some of you that watch this channel, but I'm back because I've been watching One Piece and I love it. It's nostalgic, it's got heart, it's got good characters, and I feel like they nail the anime formula for like the first time. At least for me. So I'm back to make a straw hat cake for the Straw Hat crew. So the idea here is to make the bottom rim out of modeling chocolate, and I'll pipe that over, and then I'll have two 8 inches that I'll stack on top of each other to make the actual hat portion. Like I mentioned before, I'm doing the bottom rim portion in modeling chocolate because I want to be able to give it a little bit of a sculpt. And with fondant, even though I could do that, if I pipe it with buttercream, I think it will start to sort of wilt. So hopefully it's not too stuck, but it's okay. It's not okay. All right, so the silicone didn't really work, so let's try it on the wax paper and maybe we'll be okay this time. It's kind of like dough. Kneading the pizza dough. Okay, so I put it in the fridge a little bit just so that it could be nice and smooth. Whoops, we went a little awry there. Like that Mario Party game. Just want to give it a little bit of bend. So we can do that by kind of like sticking, you know, just stuff underneath to give it like just a little bit of, you know, flavor. A little bit of character, so it's just not like flat on there, you know? So my cakes look pretty wonky. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I fill my pans too much, but it's... Well, anyways, I don't claim to be a baker. Queen of the baking pirates! I mean, I do bake, but I'm more of a designer. We're gonna sculpt this though. Now that we got it in a little bit better shape, we can start carving it actually to look like Luffy's hat. I find it kind of easier to cut to make the shape than to actually carve it. Okay, I'm just trying to smooth this over a little bit, give it a nice surface for me to pipe on to make the straw texture. All right, before I pipe onto this guy, looks kind of funky right now, but it's gonna be piped over, it's gonna look cool. Pretty sure. I'm going to airbrush it brown just to give it a little bit of depth when I pipe over it. Depth. So the piping is going to be yellow, of course, but it's nice to have sort of like those dark browns underneath to give it a little bit more of dimension. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this over to my rim, my brim. I think I've been saying rim. Oh, there's an earthquake of dog. But I'm pretty sure it's brim. Who knows? Words are hard. Woo! It's brown hat. It's a fedora at the moment, but it's going to be a straw hat. I traced out some circles as a guide for when I'm piping and doing my rows of stitching. And so I have sort of a golden yellow base color that I'll start with, but I'm going to airbrush it in the end, you know, bring it all together. So honestly, I don't know what technique I'm doing for this. I'm just kind of going with the flow and seeing what looks right. So for the straw, I've opted to just go with the round tip and then stay away from the flat tip because we're losing sort of definition, and I think the straw actually texture looks a lot better with the round tip. So that's what we're going to do moving forward, and we can layer it up to get that nice straw hat texture. All right, so the icing actually turned out to be a nice golden color by itself, so I'm probably not going to airbrush it too much, just going to airbrush it just to reinforce some of the different rows of the stitching. Now before I pipe the rim or the brim, whatever it is, I need to look it up. I don't know hat anatomy apparently. I'm going to put the little band around the hat, the cap first. All right, it's enough. That's always good when it's enough. So can confirm this is a brim of a hat. Not that anyone else needed to know that today. I'm the only one who apparently didn't know that, but so I'm just gonna finish up by piping up the brim, and it's gonna be cool and come together, and hopefully he'll let me in the crew. Yay, so I think we're done here. I think the piping really works to give that straw hat texture. So it's not like the cleanest, but I think it works. I think my non-piping skills actually help in this area. But what do you think? Do you think I'm worthy of being part of Luffy's crew? Happy Miss Cakin!
Dear bum bum bear when the bed, baby, 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 baby,